right, the Golden State Warriors are on the clock. Key free agents for Golden State as we take a look at it right now. You know, there's a lot of talk that Baron Davis might be gone. He has an early termination option. Monte Ellis is restricted, but he supposedly is the guy that Golden State will not part with. Matt Barnes, Michael Petrius. Guys, what do you think they should do with this pick, the Warriors?
Well, I had an opportunity to talk to Chris Mullin a couple of days ago. He said, hey, where we're drafting, there's going to be a lot of guys available. Somebody's going to drop to us, and we're going to get a quality player. I expect this team to go big and versatile.
Well, and I think for them, they've got a lot of financial decisions to make. Do you keep Baron Davis? What do you do with Monte Ellis? How much do you pay him? Pietrus, Kalina Azubuike. They just have a lot of decisions financially to make, which shapes who they pick.
If you go big and versatile, the next guy on my board would be Anthony Randolph, the lefty from LSU, who is big and versatile. He's just really young and really thin.
You know, they were 48-34 last year. If they were playing in the Eastern Conference, they would have finished fourth and had home court advantage. Instead, they're in the West, and they go to the lottery. In the lottery, they get their pick right now. Here's the commissioner, David Stern, with the 14th overall pick.
With the 14th pick in the 2008 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Anthony Randolph from Louisiana State University.
Golden State goes big, and they go young. Randolph is the 7th freshman selected. That's the most ever in the lottery, and it will remain a record for a while because this is the last pick in the lottery in 2008. A third-team All-SEC member. Randolph, 15 points per game, 8 rebounds per game. Remember last year Florida had a slew of players selected. This is the first SEC player selected in the draft. Jay Billets, what do you think of the big man?
6'10", a lefty, a 7'3" wingspan, considerable linear extent in space with those arms that go forever. He's painfully thin, and he needs to get a lot stronger physically. I mean, he is so thin. He weighs 197 pounds. I mean, he makes Brandon Wright of Golden State look like Mr. America. But he needs to put some weight on and get a lot stronger, but there's no denying he has got skills. I mean, he can face up, he puts the ball on the floor, he can score, he can block shots, he rebounds. It's just a question of learning how to play at the highest level. He was not as productive against the best teams that they played, and there were some bigger guys in the SEC that really got into his body, so he's going to have to learn the game, but there's no denying his talent. Anthony Randolph is a very, very talented young prospect.
I mentioned that this is the record for the most freshmen ever picked in a lottery. Last year, set the record for the most freshmen picked in the draft. We're 14 picks in, and we already have 7 picks. Stephen A. is with the young Anthony Randolph.
Well, you hear what they're saying about you. You're long, you're athletic, you can shoot, you can score, you can play, but you need to hit the weights. Oh. What do you have to say to people that look at you and just say that?
Oh, I'm stronger than what you think. If you watch any of my games, I guarded the biggest and strongest player on every team. And I did good. I held my own against each and every one of them.
So with that being said, what can everybody expect in the Bay Area with you with the Golden State Warriors? I mean, they led the league in offense last year, 111 points a game.
Oh, I expect to come in and contribute wherever I'm asked to contribute. I mean, I love blocking shots, and I also can score.
Basically, Stuart, he's saying he's not about to ride the bench. There you go. Oh, no. Back to you.
Also, Stephen, interesting to see such a young guy who is so confident in his abilities. You ask him, what's he going to do? And he said, hey, you saw me in college. I guarded the biggest, strongest guy on the other team. We bring in Chris Mullin now. His team picked up Anthony Randolph, a youngster. Chris Mullin, thanks for joining us. What was your thought process in selecting Mr. Randolph?
No, we're really excited about Anthony Randolph. We think he can play a few different positions. He's got incredible athleticism and length. And, you know, we love guys like that. We think he, over time, can be a good playmaker for us, putting the ball on the floor, rebounding it, and pushing up on his own. And we're going to really be excited about him in our system. I think the way we play, it's a really good fit for us. We think he has star quality, star talent.
Chris, you guys have a bunch of free agents who are coming up. I know you're going to try and keep as many as you can. What's your biggest objective in the free agent market?
Well, that's all going to start soon after this draft. But we do have a lot of work ahead of us, and we feel categorically we'll get it all done.
The Warriors scored more points than anybody in the NBA this year, but they also allowed the most. We appreciate the information, Chris. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Mark, where did Chris play his college ball?
You know, St. John's University.
Where's that? Is that here in New York, right?
It's